Dimensions. This is session 20, I believe, of Rogues to Riches. So, you are in the. Let me just pull up the actual name. You are in the Wizard's Quarters here on what looks to be the third level of the tower. Does that sound correct? Yeah, it says tower level 3 right there on the map, doesn't it? So, yeah, it must be the third level. It is. Yes. Okay, cool. That's right. The second level had the servants' quarters. And yeah, that's right. Cool. And now you're on the third level. So the wizard is contained within the salt circle, which you can see up there on the map. He's been cursing up a storm. He's threatening to kill your families and kill your pets and kill everybody you've ever spoken to if you don't let him out right now. He tried to offer Cole 10,000 silver pieces, and then he would only kill his friends if Cole would let him out. And Cole basically said, no, go fuck yourself. Right. So I believe, Merrick, you were just saying, I know Rachel's over there kind of looking into that circular shaft there, number 13 on the map, 3-foot kind of diameter circular shaft, dark shaft. What were you saying you wanted to look for, Antonio?
So I've just picked up the book, and a thought occurs to me, and I say, Rachel, would you mind checking to see what number the indicator is on in that levitation shaft, as he calls it?
Right.
I don't have my lamp because it broke earlier. How dark is it in this room?
Oh, it's pitch black if you don't have if you don't have a light source. Now, who does have light sources burning still?
There's still 3 lamps going, because I was holding Andre's and mine, and Cole had his own, and neither of us lost it in the blood.
So there's a bit of light anyway, and actually looking at the room, yeah, I mean, one lamp would light the whole room, if not at least dimly. So the dial, Rachel, has 5 numbers on it. I believe let me double check, make sure I got that right. It should be 5. Yes, the dial has numbered 1 through 5, but the dial currently points to none of them. It's in a neutral position.
Yeah. Share the information.
So what else is on the desk other than the book? Is there like any kind of like actually, I'll walk over to the bed. Is there a pillow there?
Oh, there's definitely looks like there's pillows and like a blanket or duvet on the bed. But yeah, the silks actually have deteriorated to the point of being pretty much useless. There's a nightstand next to it with a long spent candle on it. It's now just like,
just like a small nightstand. Pick it up.
Okay.
And walk over to the levitation room door.
Okay.
And then drop the table down the shaft.
Cool. You drop it, and it falls out of sight. Let's see here. You're here. So, let's see. That would be. Yep, it drops down out of sight, and eventually you hear a crashing sound.
Fascinating.
Doesn't take very long, really.
Fascinating, I say. And I step back. Tell me. Oh crap! What was that wizard's name again? Hold on here. It's another notes here. Oh, I should open that up, right? The Google Notes. Hey.
Yeah, Uravulon Calcidius.
There we go. Where are we at here?
You can link the note.
Tell me, Master Calcidius, there's the story that you told of how your apprentice got his spell wrong and fled after trapping you in that circle. There's just some discrepancies that I'm wondering if you'd be able to clear up. It might even be enough to persuade me to break the circle and free you if the answers are what I'm hoping they are.
You wish to interrogate Sir Uravulon Calcidius. I was once the greatest mage in the entire empire.
Be that as it may, you are now trapped and have no chance of freeing yourself if what you say is true.
And he's like just kind of fuming, but you can see he's trying to keep his cool. And he kind of says through gritted teeth, "Fine. What would you like to know?"
First off, who locked the door to your chamber?
It was that apprentice of mine.
I see. When he was fleeing?
Argyle. Yes, he had, well, like I said, he was my apprentice. He stole my spell book.
Stole your spell book and fled, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was in such fear, he stopped to lock the door and leave the key on the inside of the chamber. So I guess you would say is that he took the the levitation shaft, but if he had done so, he would have had to have set the dial to something, and if you've been trapped in this circle...
The dial resets itself after
does it?
use. Try it and see. I'm not lying.
I'll go and pick up another table. And
Okay.
walk over there and set it to 2. And drop
Set it to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then drop the table.
You feel a slight whoosh of air, kind of, a little bit in the shaft. Just very light, very faint. And you drop the table. And again, you hear it smashing, and you can just kind of see at the edge of the light, if you kind of hold your lantern out and look down, kind of direct it that way.
Yeah.
You just kind of see now. This one, it smashes a little bit closer than the last one did.
I see.
And the dial turns back to a neutral position.
Okay, well that checks out.
Automatically.
The thing that
See?
bothers me the most, though, is why a terrified apprentice would take the time to lock the door.
Who said he was terrified?
You did.
I certainly did not.
That's what I remember.
Well, you remember incorrectly.
Then, here's my last question. How would a master wizard of such caliber as yourself happen to be standing in a completed containment circle when the spell is cast to seal in whatever is within that circle? Why would you have ever stepped inside of it when leaving the circle before you cast your spell would endanger its integrity?
What do you mean? How would it endanger the integrity?
Look at your robes. If you were not careful and you accidentally dragged your robes through the salt as you left the circle, and then cast your spell, whatever showed up may have found a way to break loose.
Are you a master wizard, sir?
I hope to one day be one.
Hmm.
But I would also hope to be smart enough never to stand inside of my own containment circle after it's completed.
It was certainly a grave error on my own behalf. I was careless stepping into the circle. However, I know how to move about without my robes dashing my carefully created salt circles on the floor. You wish to one day be a master wizard, you say?
Perhaps, if
Do you know the spell that allows you to levitate above the ground?
No, not yet.
Well, you have a long way to go, then, I must say.
Of course. Indeed I do. I am yet a young man.
There. I've told you what you wanted to know. Now, let me out of here. I apologize for my outbursts earlier. If you let me out now, I will give you all your reward and allow you to leave unmolested.
Can I roll psychology?
No.
Damn.
How much was that reward again?
He offered you 100 silver pieces each.
You've been stuck in that salt circle for a long time, right? Like 60 years?
I don't know the exact time. Feels like 100.
Well, it's been a very long time. Understand the concept of inflation.
I want to take a look through this book while Rachel's talking to him.
Okay. Like I said, the book is seemingly bound in human skin, and it's titled Communications and Signaling the Beyond. And you start to look through it. Go ahead, Rachel.
So yeah, she simply asked, like, do you understand the concept of inflation? Things are more expensive now than they were in your time. I'm sure 100 silver was very generous decades ago, but nowadays 100 silver, that's not even going to get my rent for the month.
You rent? He scoffs.
Yeah, it works for me. So how about this? What do you think? Us 500 silver each? 500 silver each seems an okay bargain in my eyes.
Fine.
I mean, I have to know what my other teammates think, of course. 500 silver is my bargain. Andres, what do you say? Is 500 silver fair, or has inflation affected the markets more than I estimate?
I think it sounds kind of fair, but at the same time, he did threaten to kill us before, so how do we know he's not going to turn on us?
Yeah, to be fair, I've threatened to kill people before. Didn't go through with it.
How much did you offer me to begin with? Last turn or last time?
Earlier, when he offered for you just by yourself, when he was
Yes.
in Fizz Rage, he offered you 10,000.
You would give away a wizard out for 500 silver after he offered me 10,000 silver to release him.
That was a private arrangement between you and myself, sir.
Oh, but that's a good point. I do know you have
And now I see that you are not a man of
And
honor,
you're
and I regret doing
apparently
business with you at all.
Don't sell our souls for 500 pieces.
What's that, Cole?
I said, please don't sell our souls for 500 silver.
It's true. I'm dealing with a wizard here. And no offense, Antonio, but I don't really think we could trust any, wizard.
I quip back over my shoulder. It's a lot better than 50 pieces of silver, or 30 pieces of silver. I'm just gonna giggle.
It's true.
That book that you're looking at, Antonio, looks to be a theoretical text about communicating with space aliens.
Space aliens.
Yep. Life on other planets.
Do they know about other planets at this point in history?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Do they? I would assume so. They know about the moon.
They've
sun.
known about other planets for decades. I think the question would be, is it geocentric, or is the major opinion geocentric, or is it? Yeah, they probably believe in geocentrism. Probably most people. Like the educated may, like some of the educated in this time may understand, or whatever being in the center, but for the average person, they probably believe geocentrism.
Yeah, it says they didn't start discovering planets until like 1780. Or 1704 is when solar systems appeared in the English language.
Well, yeah, but other people knew about planets. Like the ancient people, they knew there were other planets. Like in ancient Egypt, they're like.
Did they know there were planets, or did they think they were great stars that didn't blink?
like I said, I'm pretty sure that there are like ancient civilizations that did show that there were other planets in the sky. I mean, I could be wrong though. That could be all like sci-fi shit for all I know.
I would guess that they didn't really realize what a
Okay,
star
no.
was, and believed all the little dots up there were just like the Earth.
Well, definitely, like most people didn't know that like the sun, for example, was a star. They
We're
thought the sun was just like a light.
we're in 1631, right? Okay, so Galileo discovered like the moons of Jupiter in 1610.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they know about other planets.
Okay,
Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn were identified by ancient Babylonian astronomers in the second millennium before Christ. Sorry, second millennium before Christ. So 2,000 years BC. They
BC.
were also identified by Aristarchus of Samos and later in Nicholas Copernicus's heliocentric system in 1543.
Yeah. So in this time, are we largely geocentric then, or do
In the
people?
17th century, they discovered Ganymede, Callisto, Io, Europa, Titan. Titan would be later. So by this point in time, they would have discovered 4 of the moons of Jupiter anyway. So yes, they know about other planets.
But is it heliocentric or geocentric at this time?
heliocentric, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it said heliocentric was proposed by Aristarchus of Samos. When was that? He was around 230 years before Christ.
Oh, wow! They
So
know
that's
about
that's
helios.
when he died.
I thought that like Galileo was like, was it Galileo no, or someone? I
I
thought that
don't really
like they
care.
put him to the church like threatened to put him to death
Well, they
because
may have. I'm not saying that it was a widely accepted theory. I'm just saying it was a
There's
theory.
still
It
people
was
who think the Earth is flat and the sun revolves around it. So
exactly.
yeah.
I mean,
crackpots abound.
the church could have its way. They'd still have us believe the planet's only like 5,000 years old or some bullshit.
Yeah, that's true too.
Okay.
So,
I'm wondering here. So this is out of I'm not saying this in the game, but thinking out loud. The guy's journal. Well, let's pick people. Take us aside, and I call everyone over by the desk.
hey, what's going on? What are you doing? I thought you were going to let me free.
Having a quick discussion. Oh,
You are a dishonorable lot of adventurers. It's no wonder you're still renting.
I find that when you discover an unknown being stuck in a containment circle, it's better. Caution is probably the better of the actions to take. Than
I am not
blindly
unknown.
breaking the circle. I have never heard of you before this day.
I think you
Told
underestimate how
you,
much.
I am Sir Uravulon Calcidius.
Yeah, we haven't heard of your name in decades.
But a moment, Master
You
Kelsey.
guys go aside.
Okay. And then I'm just going to say lowly, quietly, that so we have this supposed wizard stuck in a containment circle for decades. I have the journal of his apparent apprentice. I can't read it any longer, but it talked about how his master had become more and more bloodthirsty and that he had made plans to escape. He says that this was a mistake. His apprentice accidentally trapped him here and fled when he realized his mistake. But perhaps this was the plan all along.
Maybe. Rachel's going to look over at Cerberus. Is he still in the same location?
Yeah,
Okay.
still sitting there by the bed.
I hand the book to Cole, and since he's a native English speaker and ask him to look through it. The journal, since that spell's long past. It's worn off by now. I should have saved it.
Okay.
Ask him to look through the journal of the
He'll thumb through
supposed
it.
apprentice and see if there. I asked him to see if there's any indication in there of him talking about being an apprentice or if he was just a manservant.
Oh, in the Journal of the Servant.
Right.
Mm,
The Journal of the Servant was in English, by the way. So if
Yeah.
you have
yeah.
if your spell comprehending language isn't working anymore, you can't read it. I don't think, right?
That's why I gave it to Cole.
Hmm.
Because Cole speaks English.
All right, I didn't hear that. Rachel says, "Look, while you guys look over this, I'm gonna head downstairs and clean those guns of mine, just in case." Cole, you mind if I borrow your lantern? You got 2 of them up here.
That's fine. Okay.
And she'll grab his lantern, and she will whistle to Cerberus
Okay.
and head down.
Head down where?
Head downstairs. Number 11.
Let's see. Oops. Damn, wrong button.
Down the blood stairs
To the second floor.
Level 2.
to the second floor.
I don't think there's any spoilers on this. If there are, oops.
Yeah, she's just going to sit down at that table. She'll sit in the chair with the hallway behind her so that she can watch both of the stairs. And she'll start cleaning her guns. And Cerberus, she'll tell him to relax or whatever, so that like basically he can take a rest. He can lay down, take a rest or whatever.
Okay. So you went down to level 2, the service quarters area, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. No problem. And you start cleaning your guns. Okay. So, Cole, you're looking through the diary.
Yep.
It's a record of his day-to-day activities, largely involved running errands for the wizard, overseeing the 2 lesser servants. Yep, there's no mention at all about him being any kind of apprentice.
What was the last couple of words you said? I'm sorry, I can't hear it.
There's no mention at all about him being any kind of apprentice in his diary.
Okay. I'll mention it to who's left in the room. I guess that would be Antonio and.
Was there something in the book about him killing the other servants?
No, it just the final notes dated. What was it? Did I say 1572? Would that be 59 years? Yeah. Describe how the wizard had become murderous and cruel. Doesn't say anything about him killing those servants or anything. No. And he wrote of his plans to flee, and the diary ends there.
Okay. What else? And how long of a time period does the diary cover?
Let me see here. We'll say 14 years. Is that right? Let me double check something here. About 14 years? Yeah, we'll go 14 years.
I look at them too, and I say, in a private diary such as this, where one would not expect anyone to ever get their hands on it, who would go 14 years without mentioning their training, the activities they would do as an apprentice, and instead talk about such mundane activities as cleaning the tower and making sure the master's soup is warm enough?
What's going on over there? What's taking so long? Where did that bitch go with the dog?
Shut up. We'll talk to you later. Yeah, I don't trust.
What is that book you have there? That's not mine.
I mean,
never- seen this book before? I hold it up.
I do not recognize it. What is it?
It's a strange account of a man desperate to cruel.
Oops. Whoa.
It's
Say
a,
again.
it's a strange account of a man desperate to escape a cruel master after he changed into a beast.
It's the diary of that coward, that traitor Argyle.
Your apprentice, you say?
Well, yes. Surely you can't believe the words of such a deceptive man.
14 years of
Cheat,
deception.
a thief.
I cast read magic on the diary.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
No.
Okay. Got another one of those just in case.
Did you try anything on that sphere or the jewel or whatever it is? It's on the side of the circle.
I hadn't even touched it yet.
Okay. Just wondering if
The only person who's touched it, I think, so far is Andres.
Just wondering if it was something magic.
You're talking about the big, like, crystal egg-like thing?
Yes, sir. This is kind of a strange situation we're in. I just had a weird idea. It's probably not worth repeating, but we're trying to stuck. Do you perhaps think that in the circle, I'm saying it where the guy can't hear us, that's in the circle is the writer of this diary, and something happened to the wizard himself?
That's an interesting theory, but I don't think so. And I don't think it's the wizard either. In my magical training, if we were to say get Cole and Andreas and Rachel to all line up and shoot him all at once, that would probably break the containment, I'm guessing. But would we be able to hurt him from outside the circle? That's what I'm trying to think.
Are you trying to think about your own knowledge of containment circles?
Yes.
What is your intelligence?
15, I think. Let me check here.
Okay.
14.
If the containment circle has kept him in here for close to 60 years, right?
Right.
You figure, based on the journal and all that. If it's that strong of a containment circle, you don't think... Let me double check something here. I'm just sure I'm not talking total bullshit. Yeah, you don't think that you would be able to hurt him through the containment.
That's what I feared.
It depends on the details. Like, it is possible to make one that way, but it's much more complicated.
Right. This seems like a pretty straightforward, nothing in, nothing out, except for words. So if he can't get out and we can't get in or attack through, he can't attack out. And the only way to do that would be to break the circle, which would give
if he could attack out, that would pretty much defeat the purpose of the containment circle.
Right.
Especially if, like he said, it was for containing demons.
Exactly. And if it is a demon... See, that's the thing. I know how to summon things. I know how to summon things. I don't have it learned at the moment, but I know the theory behind it because it's one of the spells I know.
You don't have it memorized at the moment.
I don't have it memorized at the moment.
Right.
But it doesn't mean I don't know how it works. Is the circle that he's made good for summoning?
Yeah. Yep. And it looks like a pretty simple, though it may be, just like with a ring of salt. Again, based on the evidence, unless he's lying and he's not really trapped there as much as he says he is. But if he's really been trapped there for close to 60 years and hasn't suffered any ill effects with no, food or drink or anything, you think it must be a pretty powerful containment circle, which
Right.
must mean he must be a very, very powerful wizard, the
Right.
most powerful that you've ever seen in your
Yeah.
life or heard of.
But if he's a demon, well, either way, crap. This is like a damned if you do, damned if you don't catch 22 situation.
What level are you?
I'm level 5.
Yeah, this far, far, far exceeds your own capabilities when it comes to containment circles.
I think before we
Unless he's bluffing.
Right. And that's the possibility. I want to walk over and look at that gem thing.
I think Andres has it. Don't you, Andres?
No,
You still have the crystal egg? The head-sized crystal egg?
No, I don't think I touched it before.
Oh, no, you left it? Okay, sorry. Yeah, in that case, then, yeah, it's still sitting on the stand next to the salt circle. It's a large, flawless, egg-shaped crystal, about as large as a man's head.
Examine it. And as I'm examining it, like, look at the circle, like out of the corner of my eye for any breaks that are already possibly in it.
Okay. Don't touch that. That's mine.
I'm just looking.
That's a very important tool.
Indeed.
Very important to my work.
What is it?
That's the star crystal.
Oh? It lets you speak with beings from beyond our planet?
Yes. As a matter of fact. Something like that.
From this same plane of existence or another?
Well, how badly do you want to know? Just nudge a little bit of that salt out of the way and I'll tell you everything. I'll show you how it works. I'll show you one of these other worlds and the beings that exist thereupon.
And how is this gem powered?
Just rub out a little bit of that salt. The reward can all be yours.
Have I noticed any breaks in the salt?
No.
None. Okay. Pick up the crystal.
Careful with that!
Hold it up over my head.
What are you doing?
I'm going to smash this.
Why? Don't you dare!
Walk into the center of the room and turn and face him, and then like take it and pretend like I'm about to smash it into the ground. See what he does.
Okay, let me see if he keeps his cool. He shouts, "Ah, you son of a bitch!" and he blasts a spell, and you're like pointing his hand at you, and you just see it kind of explode within the circle. And then he holds his hand up. Ah, my eyes!
So the circle is real. And I carefully put the egg back on the table next to him.
Of course it's real, you dolt. If it wasn't real, do you think I'd still be in here? Do you think you'd still have skin on your bones?
Again, I have to simply state, as a master wizard, coming upon an unknown being stuck in a containment circle, you can never be too cautious.
Yes, cautious.
Quick question. While they're talking, can I just start searching the room, see if there's any hidden compartments?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. So you can search 1 square per 10 minutes. Pulling up the map again. 1 second. Which thing is my... Here we go. So where do you want to search?
Let's see. I guess I'll start searching like by the bed and just make my way right.
Or come to think of it, those are 5-foot squares, aren't they? So you can search a 10-foot square per turn. So basically, a four of those squares, if you form it into one larger square, that's the area. That's the amount of area you could search in 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, I'll start on the left side of the bed and just start making my way like right.
Okay, so if you wanted to search the whole room, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would take you an hour.
Might as well. Well, we're trying to figure out what to do.
Okay, so you start searching. No problem. I'll let you know if you find anything. What is your search, by the way? How many points you got in search?
4.
Okay, cool. Well, have you tortured me enough?
I really don't know what to do here now. I mean, when he cast that spell, did he cast it like a mage would cast a spell? Did he say words and gestures?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, and when otherworldly beings and demons and stuff cast spells, they don't do that, do they?
Do you have very much experience with them?
I mean, I know how to summon.
Yeah.
Theory behind it, the possible types of creatures that could appear.
Theory is very different from practical experience.
Right. And I probably, Cole wasn't there to fight those demons and the witch's place.
Neither was Antonio.
Right.
Have you read anything? You may be able to roll like your intellect or something of something you've read that might.
I've read a lot of stuff. I
Idea.
don't know if it works like that. I'm half tempted to break the circle and let him out. But that diary gives me so much pause. And the fact he's got a book bound in human skin, but...
He leans kind of close to the circle. And he says, You practice the magical arts you claim?
Indeed.
Well, you look like you need a lot of work.
Indeed.
You need a master.
Possibly.
A powerful master.
Possibly.
Set me free. We'll kill the rest.
See?
Everything can be ours. You don't need them. You'll have me.
So tempting. What do you say, guys? I could further my learning by setting Master Calcidius here free and killing you all. Does that sound fair? I could use extra training. Excuse me.
I think Andres will look back and he would like point his gun at him and he'll be like, right now it's not the time for jokes.
Indeed.
If you don't let me out of here, eventually someone will. Someday. You better hope that when they do, you are no longer on this earth. I will remember you.
Mm-hmm.
He points at you, and then he points at Cole and Andres. Yes. And that bitch and her little dog, too. I couldn't resist.
I know. I say we leave the fucker in the circle.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, I think we should just keep looking around, search the rooms that we haven't searched yet. And if we see a reason to, we can go help them. But if not, fuck them.
Close the door to the levitation chamber.
Okay.
Walk over back by the door and pick up the key to the door to this room
Mm-hmm.
and say, perhaps we should go downstairs and discuss this further.
Maybe we should take that crystal with us.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, if you would.
That is mine! Thieves!
I'm sure you stole it from somebody yourself.
I won't forget this. Sir Uravulon Calcidius never forgets.
You'll have a long time to remember.
You better hope it's long enough.
Well, another 50 years. You've been here 50 years as it is. Another 50 years, we'll all be dead, so it won't matter to us.
He just starts spitting curses, cursing your family lines. He doesn't know your names, but he curses your children, your children's children, and their grandchildren, and etc. And on and on. So where are you going?
I wait, get everybody down the stairs, and then I lock the door from the outside and take the key with me.
Now,
Okay.
And head down the next floor to where Rachel's at.
Since we're out of his hearing range, apparently, what was our goal by our boss, basically?
So he wanted us to come here, investigate the tower of this wizard, see if there's any kind of research or stuff we can bring with. I think this book qualifies that I took. And if the tower is safe for him to send like a reclamation crew in to loot.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly whether we were supposed to
Mm-hmm.
get rid of the wizard or just explore.
Explore and find research to bring if we can, and if it's not something we can carry back, to let him know.
Antonio,
Yes.
since we're all in the same floor now.
Yeah, you're back in room 7 there, that kind of little common area.
Yep.
The servant area.
I would suggest you put that little book away. We figure out what that egg is and what it does. And all of us agree that there was nothing of interest here. It's already been looted over the century. There's no reason to send anyone.
The only problem I have with that is that if we say that it's been looted over the centuries and there's nothing to find, is that's just going to encourage people to come and check for themselves. And if they see that wizard, well, what's to say that some fool is not going to just let him free? He's pretty angry right now.
The only person we would tell is you. No one else.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Well, I would not tell anybody else that we've been here, other than you.
Of course, there's also still the trapdoor we haven't explored.
Indeed. There's also maybe
Also,
something above.
Yeah, there's definitely more areas above. There has to be, because based on the size of the tower you saw from outside, there should be at least another level or 2 above you, depending on how big they are. And from what you saw of the shaft, there looks to be levels below as well.
Mm-hmm. And with the dial indicating, there must be a door on each of these floors that we have missed somehow.
You have that wizard lock. You could just lock the doors to this place forever, right?
Well, unless another wizard comes along and does his thing as well. These doors are also...
Just because something's wizard-like, somebody can still break it down, right?
Yes, it just locks it. It doesn't make it impenetrable.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that many of your kind are wandering around, and those are thick stone doors.
Yes, but
no doubt.
People have torn down stone doors like that through simple human ingenuity thousands of times.
Were they stone or were they metal?
Metal, stone.
They're metal.
You apply enough force to it, it's going to break open.
Yeah, they're metal.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with you, but the only person we're going to tell there's nothing of interest here is you. No one else is going to know that we've come here.
You want to tell him that there's nothing to find here?
what else are we going to tell him? That there's a wizard locked in the tower?
I think that would be a pretty important thing to let him know.
I think if we let him know that, Youth's the kind of guy that would be interested in talking to a wizard locked in a tower. And look, I love our employer and all the money that he gives us, but he doesn't strike me as the most, headstrong guy. Just saying.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
Offering him vast knowledge and lots of money, I think our little youth would knock that circle open in a heartbeat.
I don't think money would be enough to twist his.
As much
Not
as,
money, but youth has already said that he's interested in power and wizardly knowledge. This guy,
I don't know that he said wizardly knowledge, though.
He did.
as much as I hate to say this, I mean, regardless, I mean, there's a chance that we tell him there's nothing here, and he might send somebody else to check just to see if we miss anything. So I think I would rather mention it and say that the wizard's possessed by a demon and show him the journals, whatever it is. But I think I would rather mention it instead of taking a chance that he might hire somebody to come loot the place, and then they let that thing out, and then he comes after us.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think it's a terrible idea, but if I'm going to be outnumbered in this decision here, there's not much I can do about it.
Well, I think we're fucked.
My opinion, to say there's nothing here.
Well, we still need to search the place to be sure what is actually here. And I think the best way to do that, other than going through the trap door, is to find another entrance to that levitation chamber. I believe I know how it works now.
And I don't trust that wizard as far as I can throw him, so...
Is there, when I was looking in the... Because I spent a bit of time there, clearly, looking and tossing things down it. When you're in that room, is there room to step out of the tunnel with the door closed? There'd have to be. You're muted.
Out of what tunnel? You mean the shaft?
So, say you get into the shaft and you go to another floor and the door is closed. Is there room to step out of the tunnel and open the door?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and check the room in the back of the area there. So based on where it was in his room, go to the wall and then go into 10. Because I know I set it to 2 and drop the thing down there.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a crashing sound. Look in that room for a door.
You don't see one.
There's no door in 10. Is there any indication that anything opened recently?
No.
Press on the wall where the door might be.
There's a shelf there in the way.
Oh.
Like a dresser or whatever. What is it described as? Let's see here. Servant quarters. Yes, a small closed drawer.
Okay.
Like a dresser.
Push it then.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Try and drag it away from the wall.
Yeah, you can do so.
Okay, and then check behind it.
It's a wall. Stone wall.
I'm going to go back and ask Andreas if he could check that wall to see if there's any kind of mechanism to open whatever door might be there.
We'll spend 10 minutes searching to see if you can find a secret door there, Andres.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, you search. 10 minutes. Nothing. There is no secret door there. You're convinced.
Yeah, sorry, nothing I can.
All right, maybe Antonio, you're thinking about this not wizardly enough. This guy has magic powers, right? You said yourself, you made me walk up a wall, I just completely defied. So what if the door you're looking for is just right in front of you? And she points to the bookcase.
The only issue I have with that is that the mind can only hold so much. Oh, what's the way to put it? Arcane structure at one time. Like, I can only maintain a certain number of instances, I guess you would call it, of a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot exceed that.
You cannot. It doesn't mean this guy
But
can't.
to dedicate so much of that, of your available aptitude to just opening and closing doors to make it convenient to use a levitation chamber, an elevator of that kind, just seems impractical. There has to be some way to open this door that would not require you to spend hours of study every day.
Yeah, maybe he has a magical trinket that does it, or maybe he had a natural gift that allowed him to cast magic better than you can. Like, again, I can't claim to know how magic
No.
works. I only say that the guy obviously knows things that you don't know. Just seems.
Merrick,
Oh, quite true. Yes.
why don't you roll a d20? Want to roll low?
Rolled a 10.
Okay. You watched when you had it set on 2 and you dropped the table and you heard it shatter. It definitely fell more than 10 feet. And you're only about 10 feet below the level above you now.
Okay.
So you're thinking maybe 2 doesn't mean this level.
Oh. Oh, it would make sense. Why would there be a door into his servants' quarters? To the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, head down there. As I suddenly go, aha! And
Okay.
I hustle out of the room.
You take the stairs down to the first floor,
Mm-hmm.
down to the sitting room area. You can go through the door there into the foyer.
Yes.
And check there. It's just a wall.
Just a wall. Push on it.
Nothing happens.
Maybe there's no door here either.
Knock on the wall and see if they're taller.
It's a stone wall.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I have a theory, I say.
Have a look at the stone.
I have a theory. Why? This is a public area, basically, of this wizard's tower. Would he want an entrance into that leads directly to his private sanctum in a public area of the tower? Perhaps we have to go down before we find whatever corresponds to the second number on the dial.
Now, when you dropped that table,
Mm-hmm.
I said you could just barely kind of see it shatter at the edge of your light.
Mm-hmm.
So you got about a 30-foot range with your light.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that it must have been still one more level down.
Aha. I think we've got
And that
it.
was number 2
Right.
of 5.
Rachel is still cleaning her guns.
Mm-hmm. I'll head back upstairs.
It's been over a half an hour, Rachel. How clean do you want them?
I mean, I'm waiting for you to tell me when my guns are clean. I have 3 of them.
Your guns are plenty clean, I'd say.
Excellent.
And have I had time to reload all of them and all that?
Oh yeah. Like I said, it's been like a half an hour.
All right, you're great.
I come back up to the
inventory stuff.
I'll come back up to where Rachel's at, and I say, I think I figured it out. That levitation tower, a chamber or tunnel, it doesn't lead to the public floor shaft. It doesn't lead to the public areas of the tunnel of the tower, such as this level, which is for guests and entertainment. It doesn't lead to the servants' quarters. It would lead to a level below this. It leads to his private sanctum areas. We have that trap door. That must be what corresponds to 2. 3, I'm going to guess, would correspond to his room, which means there's another level underneath whatever is under this trapdoor, and there's 2 more levels above wherever his room is on that dial. There's still 4 more floors to check, at least.
So we haven't hit the treasure room yet. Got it.
Haha. We haven't found his library either, and I kind of shudder a little bit. Anticipation. In anticipation. Shall we go check that trapdoor out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Let's. Rachel will put her guns on her holster and gird up all of her gear, and she will whistle to Cerberus and say, "Heal."
Yes, you have the trap door, which was under where the fake box is, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Underneath the stairs. Cool. Okay. So that is in room 6. Trap door. Yeah, okay. So there is a trap door. You want to open it?
Maybe it's trapped? Trapped
Maybe it is.
door?
Let me look
We
first.
opened it before.
No, we just
No,
took
you
the
didn't.
box off.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'll,
you want to spend the 10 minutes searching for traps, Andres? What's your search? You said 4, right?
Did I say 4? I think
Yep.
I did.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Search
Actually,
is 4.
search wouldn't be the skill for this. Anyway, it'd be tinkering, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, search to find the trap, tinker to remove it.
My
I
tinker
think
is
search
5.
is just for finding like secret doors and stuff. Tinkering generally covers traps and all that. Yeah.
My tinker is 5.
I mean, I follow your logic, but I think they tried to keep it kind of simple, like under one thing. Okay. Yep. Nope. No traps.
By the way, I left my backpack upstairs. Just want to let you know.
In the wizard's room?
No,
Or in level 2.
on the second floor. Yeah.
Sure. No problem.
Oh, and
No problem whatsoever. Say again?
And Rachel will give Cole back his lantern.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay. I am now only 1 point encumbered, which is
Okay.
unencumbered.
So you find no traps anyway.
Looks clean from what I can see.
All right. Shall we brave the abyss?
I guess so.
Sure.
You wanna go first, or you want me to?
I'll head down first.
I'll hold on. Well, she goes down now. Is it like a ladder or
There's steps.
steps? Okay. Well, I'll let her and the dog go first because I imagine her Cerberus is gonna. How wide? Enough for 2 people?
No, it's about 5 foot wide.
Okay, so 1 person at a time.
All right.
Maybe actually less than.
Rachel will go ahead and borrow Antonio's lantern.
Of course.
And she will pull her pistol and have Cerberus following like right behind her as she heads down the stairs. And Ian's screen one. Oh, because he's going to put up the map. Okay.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm planning to do. Okay, you can all see that? Yeah?
Yep.
I have so many windows open, I can't have them all open at once. My screen's just not big enough. If I had like 4 monitors, maybe. So, okay, cool. I'm only dealing with a 17-inch laptop screen here. So, right. So you go down. At the foot of the stairs below the trapdoor is a room completely filled with crates. There are hundreds of the things, to the point where it's not even possible to move around the room without shifting some crates around. Each crate has a label. They are labeled in English. There is a door on the eastern wall. You can kind of see here, over here. Yeah, see that? Little door on the eastern wall there. That's made of solid iron.
Yeah, there's a bunch of boxes down here, guys, all labeled in English. I guess this guy must have been from one of the English colonies, or were the English in charge here a few years ago? I guess she's calling back up the stairs.
I'll head on down.
Yeah, you know that Sir Uravulon Calcidius is English.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all these boxes are labeled in English. Nice, neat little labels. She'll give Antonio back his lamp when he gets down there.
Too bad I don't read English.
I'll be your eyes for you. She'll put her gun away as well.
So what are we dealing with here? What are these boxes?
What kind of labels are there?
Let's see here. So the first box you look at is labeled "The Fingers of a Wife Who Sold Misery."
We got the fingers of a wife who sold misery here.
Spell components.
Next box you look at says "The Fingers of a Sailor Who Collected Happiness."
And these are the fingers of a sailor who collected happiness.
Next crate is "The Spine of a Scholar Who Lied About the Stars."
Ooh, this is the spine of a scholar that lied about the stars.
Did this man practice necromancy? These are all human body parts. How foul.
Another one there is labeled "The Spine of a Musician Who Sold God."
Now this is my kind of spine. This is the spine of a musician that sold God.
Oof. Disgusting.
Must be a preacher.
Bizarre.
There are literally hundreds of these things.
Oof. Yeah, I don't suggest opening any of these.
There's also a door right back there. Rachel will point out.
Yep, there's an iron door on the eastern wall. And this little section here you can't actually see. It was easier just to fucking copy it in there.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure.
this is a solid wall, though, right here. Okay.
Oh, X-ray vision is cut in.
I sense a giant box with a C written on it behind this door.
No metagaming.
What is this 23 inscribed into the ground here?
Next metagame gets D30 damage.
I read this meme that was like, how many hit points do you have left? And the player's all like about to tell him, and the DM's like, you can't tell him how many hit points you have. And so all of a sudden the player goes, okay, on a scale from 1 to 30, I'm sitting at about a 5.
I've seen that before.
That's pretty funny.
So, yeah. What do you guys want to do now?
I suggest we check out the door.
Yeah, Rachel will check it out. She will.
It is locked.
She'll knock on it.
Nothing happens.
Want to open it?
You want to open it, do you? Okay. How do you want to open it?
What nationality is Andres again?
With my tools. I'm
Spanish.
Andres is Spanish.
Right. Spaniard, get down here. We have need of your thieving, pickpocketing, lock-picking abilities.
Yeah, well, Tanya guys got that right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to try to see if you can pick the lock?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can roll this one. Don't need to roll this secretly. Roll a d6. I think you said you have a 5 in tinkering, right?
Yep, I have a 5 and I rolled a 4.
You do have what's it called? The tools for specialist tools?
Yeah.
Cool. You rolled a 4?
Specifically got them.
You are able to unlock the door.
Yay. I'm useful.
It
Right.
opens
Oh,
into another room. Hold on a second here. Let me do this crap again. Let's see. We'll go from there. Well, that doesn't cover the whole thing, does it? Well, it'll be good enough. So, what did I do? I hit the wrong button. What did I do? Holy crap. There we go. Jesus Christ, that was weird. Apologies. That's more or less it. You get the idea, right? And there's actually also a little bit of a little bit more right up here. Yeah. There you go. That's close enough. So this room, there is, okay, now again, if we go over here, you can see over here, there is a normal wooden door on that southern wall. There is an alcove in the northeast. That's the last part I just added up here. This alcove has 5 mirrors on it. So you can see them there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Near the east wall, right over here, there is a 3-foot wide hole in the ceiling with another hole directly below it, with the space between the holes flanked by odd machines made up of gears and pulleys and cord. Along the south wall is a table with a small box, a rack of vials, and a microscope. In the center of the room are several tables upon which lie various dissected bodies, some animal and one human. The human body you can see particularly depicted right here. The door to the west, well, that's the one you just came through, is made of solid iron. The door to the south is a normal wooden door. It has iron banding. The bodies are mostly small animals, rodents, small birds, things like that. They've been vivisected, their internal organs removed, examined, replaced, and the bodies have been sewn up. However, one of the dissected specimens is different. Ta-da! A nude human male body lies on a stone slab. His chest and abdomen have been sewn up with golden thread. The chest wounds are in a regular Y-shaped autopsy pattern. Like I said, the southern table has a microscope on it. Anything else there? Behind the microscope, there's a small box and a rack of stoppered vials filled with long congealed blood. Inside the box are glass slides, which look to have drops of blood on them. The mirrors, when you look at them anyway from the room, do not seem to reflect anything on them.
Man, this place is getting freakier and
How
freakier.
decomposed is the body of the human?
Not terribly. It looks pretty fresh.
I suggest we behead this body.
Rachel will pull out her falchion. Swing!
Okay. You pull out your falchion.
And I will swipe the head away.
Okay, you cut off the head. The head comes right off, rolls off the table, hits the floor.
She puts her falchion away.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Roll a d6 for me there, Rachel.
Uh-oh.
5.
5. Nice. You hear a weird sound, like a squelching and cracking sound coming from the now decapitated corpse. And you can see something starting to, first you think there's just like blood or something slowly pouring out of the neck, right? But then you realize that whatever it is, it looks kind of, it looks meaty and it keeps coming. And within like 5-6 seconds, it starts to kind of like pile up on the floor and rear up, and part of it lashes out at you. It looks like a bit of maybe intestine or something like that. So roll initiative, please.
Okay. And initiative's a
Oh,
D.
everybody else also roll D6 for me first to see if you can act this round or if you're surprised. Rachel's not surprised.
I rolled a 3.
You are surprised. You do not get to act this round.
Okay. And I got that's a D20 for initiative, right?
No,
I
it's a
got a
D6
2.
plus master dex.
Oh, it's a
You got a
D6.
what, Andres?
A 2.
You are surprised. You don't get to act this round. How about you, Cole? Rob, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I was away, so hold on just a minute. I'll roll it.
I just need you to roll a D6.
I rolled a 2 minus 1, so 1 for initiative for me.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Yep, you're also surprised. So Rachel's the only one that's not surprised. Okay. Okay, so you're on 1. So the organs go before you. And they attack you. And yeah, this is just organ meat pouring up out of the neck of this corpse. And you see
Oops.
bones like falling onto the floor. Oops, what?
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I thought it was just going to get
sorry.
up and start fighting, but it is.
Yeah,
That's how I thought.
the organs are fighting. The bones are just rolling out onto the floor, getting pushed out by the actual organs that are pouring out of the neck and forming up and attacking Rachel. So it attacks you. Oops, I'll be nice and not roll a D30 for my attack roll. Jesus. That's not going to hit you, I don't think. That would be an 11. No, that's not going to make through your armor class. So it makes like a bludgeoning attack at you with some bit of like I said, it looks kind of like a bit of intestine or something. Flails out at you, but it doesn't get through. Doesn't do any damage to you. What do you want to do, Rachel?
Rachel will grab her falchion again, and she's going to take a swing with it. Let's see. Where's my D20? There it is. And D8. And I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, you miss. You swing, you slip in a little bit of the gore.
Yeah.
And you miss what you swing very wide and miss completely.
Yeah.
And it's the next round. Now surprise is over. Everybody can roll initiative. 1d6 plus or minus your dexterity modifier if you have one.
I got a 5.
Anybody using a missile weapon, of course, gets a +4. But basically, the maximum result is 6 anyway, because it's 6 segments to a round. Basically, every specific second within the round. Okay.
You said if it was more than 6, it's technically 6, right?
You stay on 6, yep.
Okay.
Who's on 6?
Um,
Andres, obviously, yeah. What do you want to do, Andres?
So what's happening?
Did you not hear anything that's happened in the last couple minutes?
So no, I heard that like we were surprised because what wasn't like the head twitching or.
Yeah, no, it's the organs have poured out of the neck of this this decapitated corpse, and they're forming up like just piles of organ intestines. You can see looks like a couple of lungs there, liver, heart, etc. And they seem to be animated, and they are currently attacking Rachel.
Oh god.
They formed up in maybe a not even anthropomorphic would be. Just think of something horrible like from The Thing, when The Thing is like transforming, it just looks gross and ropey and.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll lay down the middle and try to hit one of the organs with my gun.
Okay, you're gonna try to fire your gun. Which gun? What kind of gun is it?
I got a well lock pistol.
Wheel lock. Okay, roll a D10, please.
I got a 9.
So that is not a misfire. Okay, the gun will go off. You fire, blam. Now you have a 50% chance of hitting Rachel and a 50% chance of hitting the creature she's in melee with. So we'll call it odd or even. I'll just roll a die here. If I roll odd, you hit Rachel. If I roll even, you hit the creature. You do hit the Oregon creature, so roll your damage.
Damage is 1d6, right?
1d8, I think, for pistols.
Oh, okay, cool. I got 4.
4? Bam. Okay, you blast it. Do 4 points of damage to it. It's still moving. Anybody else on 6? Who's on 5?
I'm on 5.
Okay, Rachel.
Rachel is, she was shocked at first, so she didn't have time to say her famous one-liners. But now she's going back to her senses, and she says, ha! I usually have to get through metal and flesh before I can get to an organ. You're making this easy for me. And she rolls a 28 to hit.
Damn.
28?
Yeah, 19 plus 9.
Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, you hit.
And 7 damage.
Nice.
I just realized I don't think I even had Andres roll to hit, did I? I just had him roll misfire and whatever. Fuck it. I gave him one. I just realized I skipped his attack roll. Yeah, how much damage? 7?
7 damage.
Yeah, okay. You dispatch it. You slice through, severing like a good midsection of the pile of organs. The lungs and heart kind of fall over there. The lower intestines and stomach and stuff fall right down at right by the head of the decapitated head, and the organs stop moving.
They just gave it to me. That was the easiest kill I've ever had in my life.
Fascinating. And apologies. I did not expect that to happen, clearly.
Neither did I, but I'm having a good time. Let's keep going.
Indeed.
Rachel's going to try and find like a cloth or something to wipe her blade off with.
I have a feeling this wizard was into some type of dark magic, because this is some horrible thing.
Yes. I think it's a good idea we left him in that circle.
There are no cloths in here.
Well, there's a dead body you can wipe it off on, or a sack of skin now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the body is mostly deflated at this point, since most of the bones, not most, but a lot of the bones got spilled out onto the floor, and the organs are almost all out on the floor now. So yeah, it's kind of like a blow-up doll that's only at like maybe 15% air.
Yeah, she'll just kind of wipe it on the table a little bit, just to get some of the cake blood off of it, and then sheath it.
These mirrors worry me. I would not suggest staring into them or standing between them. But then again, I have been wrong several times already, so who knows?
Anybody want to step into the alcove and look into the mirrors, or?
I'm gonna go and check.
I'll take a look.
Oh boy.
Could Rachel could she find a stone or something on the ground?
No. There's lots of bones on the ground.
Without her, she's gonna pick up one of those bones and just kind of toss it between the mirrors. See what happens.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen. Bone is not reflected in the mirrors.
The bone seems safe.
Cole, you there?
Yep.
No. Yeah. What is Cole going to do, if anything?
I'm just gonna follow the party. I got a problem with one of my dogs here at the house right now. So
Okay.
yeah, okay. I'm kind of listening, and I'll jump in.
Yeah.
If, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. So, what were you saying, Andres?
Oh, I was saying I would look into the mirror, and that's
Okay.
it.
So imagine from bottom left. So, oh, sorry. Let me put the cursor where you can see it. Where am I going here? So this is mirror 1. This is mirror 2, mirror 3, mirror 4, mirror 5. Which mirror do you want to stare into?
I think I'll go with 5.
So you're going to step into the alcove right here and stare into the mirror on the east wall. Oops, did not mean to do that. Mirror 5.
I will
Give me
stab.
saving throw versus magic, please.
I'll watch in fascination.
I rolled a 5.
That's a fail, yeah?
I would think so. Minus 12.
You and all of your equipment are sucked into the mirror.
Oh shit. Facepalm.
You are now on the other side of the mirror, looking out. And there's nothing really that you can do. You can do nothing but stay here and stare back out the mirror, unfortunately.
Shit.
Wow, that was lovely.
You guys don't see him. Unless somebody wants to step into the alcove and stare into the mirror, of course. But
So is he
you,
dead?
standing outside the alcove, you see nothing now. The mirror still reflects nothing, including the bone. You saw him get sucked into the mirror and disappear.
Damn it.
Perhaps it's some kind of a gate.
What do you think, Romeo? Is he dead?
Are there no? There's no books in here, are there?
No.
Hmm.
There's a door on the southern wall.
Go and check that door out.
That door, southern door, yeah, it's made of wood with iron banding. You think you hear sounds coming from the other side. Do you want to listen closely?
Yes.
The door? You hear tortured moans coming from the other side.
Crap. I think we let this door be. Crap. How do we get our friend back? Go check out the alcove there with the not the alcove with the mirrors, but the levitation shaft.
Okay.
Is there a smashed table just floating there?
There is a smashed table sitting there on top of. Actually, good call. Thank you. I'll describe the actual thing itself. So, the disc. The disc is just slightly smaller than the shaft. Seems to be floating there, touching no surface. It's just kind of like an opaque, pearl-like looking disc. And of course, a table which is partially broken sitting there as well. There is a dial inside the shaft as well, numbered 1 through 5, with the dial pointing in the neutral position.
Is there room for more than one person to stand in the disc?
You would say probably 2 people. It'd be tight, though. It's only like 3 feet wide.
Stand in the disc. See what happens.
You'd be pretty intimate. You stand on the disc.
Yes.
Nothing changes.
Jump a little bit.
It might bounce
Like Bob's.
ever say, like if you're jumping up and down in an elevator.
Right.
It doesn't
Okay.
really, yeah.
Perhaps we can find a way to free him from in the room below. But I don't think we can fit more than 1 or 2 at a time on this thing.
Well, we're down to only 2 lanterns now.
True.
That's true. 2 lanterns and 3 party members and a dog.
Yeah. Rachel would like to collect some of these bones off the floor, by the way.
Okay. Sure. I would say you get like some vertebrae, neck bones. Neck bones are vertebrae, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you chopped his head off, right? Yeah. So you get some of the upper, like kind of not upper, total upper, but below the neck, like upper vertebrae. Some ribs, and what else? Other bone wise would come out. That's pretty much it. Mostly like spinal bones and ribs.
Hmm.
Maybe sternum.
I didn't bring a torch with me.
Yes, and by the way, in about 10 minutes, the oil in your lanterns will be burnt out.
I have another flask of oil.
Good.
I'm going to check the room below, and then I will come right back up.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and go grab my backpack if we're going to stay in this place. Move it down here. I took it off.
Well,
It's
then
Sure.
quite heavy.
You're gonna go back up the stairs and go back and grab your backpack and
I'll
bring it
wait
down.
for you to do that then, so that Cole's not left alone in the dark.
Yeah. So,
Well, he could go with one of you.
yeah.
He could easily go with her since he said he
Okay.
was going to follow the party for the mount.
Sure. So he'll go do that. I'm gonna step on
You
the
take
desk,
the shaft down.
and I'm gonna turn it to 1 and stay on the disc and not head in, but like hold my lantern out and take a quick peek at what I can see, with my hand on the dial, ready to flip it back to 2. Or as soon as I get down there, put my hand on the dial.
Here, let's move these a little bit. Oh no, there. Move this here. So I'm going to take off all of this stuff from Yoop's tower because you're not there now anyway.
Right.
And I need another page. And okay, so you get in and you turn the dial to 1. Did you say?
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's not the way to do it because I want to do this without revealing more than I have to. So we go this way. You take it down. Oh yeah, let me just see what this reveals, if anything. Looking at the map. Very interesting. Yeah, you'd actually be able to see the entire level, it looks like. So I will do smart selection. So this is the level now you're at. We'll call it dungeon level 2. Now, what's this room called? Room 26. So you're still on the shaft, or on the floating disc of the shaft.
Yes.
And once you've reached level 1, the shaft, the disc stays there and the dial turns back to neutral position. Now you can see 3 impenetrable force fields. They're labeled C, D, and E. Oh, impenetrable. I should say 3 force fields. Transparent. They're visible, but still transparent. They don't emit light on their own, but they reflect a pale blue hue when light is cast upon them, like from your lantern. Yeah, so C, D, and E. There's nothing here. I know it shows A and B, but there's nothing there right now. Beyond the force fields, you can see 10 treasure chests. You see them. Oh, I'm pointing at the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. So you can see E, D, C. Those are there. A and B are not. Ignore that for now. But you can see the 10 treasure chests back here.
Okay.
On the south wall, right not too far from where you're currently standing, right over here, there are 4 vertical levers, all in the middle position. They look like they could be pushed up or down.
Are they labeled?
They are unlabeled, but let's just for simplicity's sake, we will call them from left to right 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they're not labeled.
Right.
Okay. Just for our own purposes, descriptions. If you want to say, I move lever 1, lever 2, lever 3, level 4.
Right.
Okay. That is if you want to move them.
I'm not going to move them yet. I'm going to... Go turn the dial back to 2.
Okay, and you go up to 2, and then the dial turns back to neutral, and you're floating there back at level 2. By that point in time, I would say Rachel and Cole are just coming back with Rachel's backpack. Now, let's take a bio break.
All right.
We've been playing for about an hour and a half. We've been recording for an hour and a half, and I need to use the restroom.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Back in a couple minutes. I am back.
Hi, back.
Welcome back.
You've entered the comedy zone.
Hmm. I see you guys sharing Lamentations character death stories in the chat.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of mine wasn't, but I told the story of that character from Death Frost Doom who sniffed
Yeah.
that purple lotus powder.
Mm-hmm.
His little halfling friend was like, "Hey, what's this smell like?" And he just took a big whiff. Sure, honey. Wow.
Yeah,
To answer your question in the chat there, Jose, there are no barbarians in Lamentation of Flame Princess. No. There are fighters, magic users, clerics, and specialists. And depending on which game you're playing in, sometimes there are also halflings, elves, and dwarves, but not in my game. So
You could play your fighter as a barbarian.
you can totally play a fighter as a barbarian.
You can play a specialist as a barbarian. You know, bushcraft, and just don't take things like tinker.
Play a cleric
as a barbarian. Yep. Any of the classes.
Barbarian shaman, whatever. But
yep.
So there is no class barbarian. That was what I meant to say. And also bear in mind that you're in 17th century Western Europe. So
yeah.
Now, okay, you had just taken the shaft back up. That's why I've changed the screen back to the dungeon level 1. So you're just come back up the shaft here, whereas Rachel and Cole have just returned from going up and retrieving her bag. Yeah. And here you are. And then there's the alcove over there with the bone lying in the middle of it, and where you saw your friend Andres walk in, look into the mirror on the right, the first mirror on the right, and then disappear. Well, literally, you probably saw him sucked into the mirror, but he has not returned.
Hmm.
And from where you're standing, you see nothing reflected in the mirrors.
Right.
What?
Oops.
Okay. So, you gonna tell what you saw downstairs?
So below us appears to be the treasure room. It is, however, protected by a force field. If not one, then more than one, possibly up to, I think, 3. And what appears to be levers on the wall is clearly some kind of puzzle. And you need to move them in the proper order.
I'm pretty sure that we know who knows the proper order.
Yes, and I do not wish to go and talk to that man.
Yeah, I don't think he'd give us the proper order.
No, but perhaps there are more clues above. We haven't checked out the 4th and 5th setting on this.
Why would someone give strangers clues on their own puzzles?
Well, they wouldn't, but perhaps it is written in a book, or there is a description of the mechanism. We haven't found his library yet, so it must be above.
It'd be a weird idea to keep information about your traps in your lair, but...
Well, an arrogant wizard.
I mean, what's next? We're going to find out that the one weapon that can kill him is within his own tower as well?
Maybe.
You magic users are weird.
Granted.
That you're all dying.
I'll tell you, most people who dabble in these arts kill themselves long before they get anywhere. By dabbling too indiscriminately.
Let us go up then and explore upwards. See if we can find clues.
Okay, so the way this device works is you stand on it, and then you turn the dial to the floor you wish to go to, and then step off. So I propose that Cole and I go up to 4, and then I can send this back down to you, and then you and what's your dog's name again? Cerberus. You and Cerberus can then ascend to 4.
Sure, just leave me one of those lamps.
Of course. I'll hand her my lamp.
Okay. Cool. So you and Cole step on, and you switch the thing to 4, yes?
Yes.
Okay, let me take some of this stuff off. Take all of it off. Take it all off. Where does 4 take you? Let's see. So that was 1, that's 2, that's 3. Right, level 4. How much of that can I show you? Yeah, something like that. Basically, you've got a door on either side of the shaft when you go up to 4.
Open the one on the right.
Or you can open both, or the one on the right. Okay, I'll remove that, and I'll give you a better, larger image rather than doing tons of tiny little images. I can show you this much, really. Yeah. There we go. So the door on the right opens. Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, so the door as it opens, there's like a what's the word? Like almost like a seal is broken, right? It's a airtight door, and you can see rubber seals in the cracks around the door once you open it. The room is fairly chilly. Along the south wall, it says, doesn't look like it on the map here, but along the south wall is a metal box. Yeah, and then there's another. See, it shows it here on the east wall. Am I reading this wrong? Anyway, we'll say on the east wall. Screw the description. We'll go with the image. On the east wall, there's a metal box, and on the north wall, there's another door. It's possible I got my orientation screwed up again. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe
Open
the
the
north
other.
is not up. No, it is up. So it's screwed.
Open the other door.
What?
Open the other door.
Which other door? The other door in room 14 or the other door from
other door on the opposite side of the shaft?
Okay. The other side. Oh yeah, you're still standing on the shaft, aren't you? You haven't even gotten off yet. So you haven't sent the thing back down to Rachel. Oops. Now let's make this a more manageable size, something a little bit more appropriate to. Yeah, I think that's about right. It's still a little big, but yeah. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's good enough. So that room contains a large table with 8 chairs around it. It is not an airtight door. There is a closed book on the table. And it looks like that's it. Obviously, chairs are on the table, and there are 2 more doors. You can see a door to the north and a door to the west. Let me just see what kind of doors these are. Yeah, I think they're just straight up wooden doors because it doesn't give me any other description. So yeah, they're normal wooden doors with the iron banding.
All right, I'm gonna step out into this room.
Okay, I'll assume Cole goes with you.
Okay. Sorry, and turn the dial back to 2.
Okay, and you see the shaft drop down out of sight. And the dial returns to neutral position. The dial comes back down to where you are, Rachel, back down on dungeon level 1.
3, 2.
No, dungeon level 1. Dungeon level 2 is at the bottom. That's the treasure
I
room.
see, but dial position 2.
Oh yeah, dial position 2. Correct. Sorry.
Yeah. So she gets in I think she was supposed to go to 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she'll tell Cerberus to stick close so that he gets on the elevator with her, and then she will, crank it up to 4, and
Okay.
a button she has to pop or something, or does it just work?
Yeah, you turn the dial to 4. It brings you on up. And then it stops. The dial returns to neutral position, and you can see there are 2 doors, 1 door on each side. They're both open. It's kind of chilly in the room on the right, which just seems to have a metal box in it. But on the room on the left, there's the large table and all those chairs, and you can see Cole and Antonio standing there.
What's in the metal box?
I don't know. We haven't looked yet. It's cold, though, whatever it is.
Well, that's interesting. How do they keep a room like this cold?
Magic.
Yeah. Could you imagine being able to have a cold room all the time? Imagine being able to put juice in a cold box. Cold juice.
You store food for quite a long time that way.
Indeed.
The book, has it got anything written on the cover?
You walk over to the table, look at the book. It is titled, again, in English, Surviving. Oh, would you read English?
No, I don't read English.
Never mind. You don't know what it says.
Cole's
with you, though. He can tell you.
What's this say, Cole?
What does it say?
It says Surviving the Interorbital Ether. It's a very dense, thick book.
I read it aloud.
Say again?
I read it aloud, the name of the book.
Yeah.
That might be something that Yoop is interested in.
You're going to have to learn English.
Yes.
It'll be easy to do once you move to England.
Right. All right. Fascinating. So I suggest, I keep saying, I suggest. What do you suggest? Perhaps we explore the rest of this floor.
I'm interested in the metal box.
You want to see what's in the metal box?
I do want to see what's in the metal box.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
You open the box, and again, a seal kind of breaks. There's an airtight lid. You can see the rubber seals around the edge. And the inside of the box is ice cold, literally. There's no discernible reason for this, but inside the box are several dozen stoppered vials filled with some kind of a dark liquid. Looks like blood.
There's not a string to a secret compartment with an embarrassing Christmas photo of SpongeBob?
No.
Okay. All right. Interesting. She's going to take one out, or is there any kind of label on it or anything?
Nope.
Antonio, come look at this. It looks like he stole my fruit idea.
Antonio does
and
not
unmute myself and say again, go walk over and take a look and say, morbid.
Yep, looks like he's keeping frozen blood in vials.
What does he need so much blood for? He must be practicing some kind of necromancy.
Perhaps he uses it as a lubricant.
It's got all those body... Ugh. I register what she said. Ugh. He's got boxes of body parts, some strange homunculus thing. This man, he deserves where he is at. Although I'm fascinated with this research and wondering where it was going, and maybe if...
You're studying these dark arts and everything. What if one day a group of adventurers is saying the same thing about you?
I suspect some already do.
Indeed. I'm only saying this concept of good and evil. Maybe, the one's not as thick as you think it is.
Yeah, I am playing a little too lawful here. I'm supposed to be chaotic. Anyways, open 14. Open the door. That's on the north there.
Okay. 1 second.
Be reckless.
Reckless, you say?
Yeah, just open the door. Boom.
Like your friend Andres?
I'm getting anxious.
Oops, that needs to be bigger.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, you get the idea. In fact, let me drop this down a little bit. Drop this down a little bit. Right there. And still needs to be bigger.
Are those tables or bookcases?
Now it needs to be smaller. Oh, it's so difficult sometimes. Yeah, it's good. That's pretty good. Anyway, now I'll describe the room. Apologies for my shitty mapping.
No worries.
The air here is musty. And, the door leading to this room was airtight, also with rubber seals around the door frame. The room is filled with dozens of shelves of old books. Near the door is a table on which is a great deal of unused parchment, an inkwell and quill, gloves, tongs, and an unlit oil lamp with red-tinted glass fastened to the table. Now, you have your lantern, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, shit. You going to put another thing of oil because your lantern's burning out?
Oh, yeah. Let me mark that off my sheet here.
Okay, Cole, if you want to keep your lantern burning, you're going to need to use another vial of oil as well.
I was using your lantern, Antonio.
Oh, you have his? Oh, that's right. You have.
Right.
You have the map.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I was getting up, so if it was almost burning out, I'll say we can say I was like, oh, your lantern is almost burned out, and then that's when you put oil in it and make it back.
Right.
Okay.
Works.
So I'll follow you guys into the lobby.
How much is a flask of oil? Just one refill, or is it more than one refill?
It's one refill, and it burns for 2 hours.
Okay. That's my last flask.
Maybe we'll find some.
That'd be good to maybe just use one lamp at a time now to conserve some oil.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, not trying to tell you what to do, just thinking you might want to be careful not to run out.
It was fine. That's fine.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, is there anything else to tell you? No, that's pretty much the description. Yep.
Wait, there's another lamp in this room?
Yes, there is a lamp in the room sitting. It's fastened to the table.
Is it burning?
It's unlit, and it's got red tinted glass.
Okay.
It has oil in it.
Okay, cool. Rachel will take that.
Okay, you want to unfasten it from the table?
Oh, yeah, it's fastened to the table. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything I can unfasten it with?
Tinker, specialist tools.
I have a crowbar. I have a shovel. Shit.
How is it fastened?
Yeah.
Probably some kind of screws and stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
The base of the lantern is screwed into the table.
Oh, by the way, those bones, I put them in my pouch. I now have a pouch of bones.
Okay. I mean, a pouch is, you mean small, like probably small vertebrae. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can't imagine you're going to fit many ribs into a pouch. Not even a rib, probably into a pouch.
Okay.
But the vertebrae, yeah.
Well, they're working out the lamp. I'm going to check out some of these books right around here.
So they seem to be divided into 3 categories. There's a bunch of books on glass, a bunch of books about light, and a bunch of books about metalworks.
I'll tell you what, Rachel's just going to light it anyway.
Oh, but you don't know that because you can't read English.
Rachel's just going to light it up anyway. She can't.
Okay, you light the red lantern. So
Yeah.
it kind of puts a red light that fills the room. Well, it's also intermingles, I guess, with your white light as well.
Yeah, so she's going to light it, and she's going to say,
Yellow light.
she's going to tell the other two, like, just put your lanterns out for now so that, you know, we can use this one or whatever. Or put them on low so they won't burn any.
Okay, yeah, turn it down low as possible.
Okay, still burning though. Okay. I mean, do you want to just put it out? You can always relight it.
Yeah, just put it out.
Okay, cool. So now just the red light. So the whole room is now cast in this reddish light. It's really kind of cool and eerie looking. It looks like a dark room, you know, for developing film. Is that what they're called? Dark rooms? I think that's what they're called. It's been a long time.
Red room, dark room. Yep. Some call them red rooms, but yeah, dark rooms, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So Cole, I guess, could translate some of the titles of the books for you. He could tell you these books also need to be about glass. There's books about glass blowing, sculpting, creating lenses, etc. The section on books about light includes books of poetry and philosophy, as well as the expected pseudoscience and a couple of tomes that look like extremely advanced scientific. Like it's all Greek to most of you probably. And then there's a bunch of books about metalworks, including a great number of books about basic crafting skills and a small number about large-scale industrial work. They all look to be incredibly old and fragile. So, you got really quiet.
One of the pseudoscience books is called Germ Theory.
I don't think there's anything we're not going to find anything that we need in here at the moment. I mean, it's fascinating stuff, but nothing we can really use.
Of course, as you can see, there's two doors. One door leads into that cold storage room, and the other one leads into the kind of what do you call that room? Study.
Yeah. Let's check out the rest of this floor.
Yeah, you know, if he has a lamp on the desk, he probably has like a jar with like pine resin or whatever, like pine sticks or whatever. Like, you know, like the kind of sticks that they would use to actually light a wick. So they just take that and, you know, transfer the fire so they can easily relight one of their lamps when they go into the next room.
Yeah, like a rush.
Where are you going to go next?
Check out the door in that room 15.
Okay, gotcha. The one on the west wall. And the entire tower winks out of existence. No. I just. It's funny,
Shit,
no?
we lost.
I'm just reducing the number of different things I have to have open there. Okay. Woohoo, look at that. How does that look on your end? Oh, the referee thing is kind of in the way, isn't it? Let's make it a little smaller so that shit's not in the way. How's that? Better?
That's
Good enough. Okay. Here is a table with two chairs opposite of each other. The door to the south, although you can see it looks like it's marked S, like a secret door, but it's quite visible. It looks to be covered with some kind of a force field. As soon as you open the door and are looking into the room, a ghostly form materializes in the chair on the far side of the table. Looks to be a man in very old garb. He looks up as who opened the door? It was Antonio, right? He looks at you, Antonio, and says, "Who will gamble their soul in a game of chance and skill? for the opportunity to pass through the door.
Good gracious.
What is through the door?
Who will gamble their soul in a game of chance and skill for the opportunity to pass through the door?
Damn, we don't even get to know what's through the door.
Right.
What is this test of skill?
He gestures towards the table with his hands, and a chessboard appears.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. All right, guys. Rachel slams her bat back down. Watch my stuff for me. Shouldn't take long. And she's going to sit down at the table.
Well, all right.
Now, let me see something here. How does this work? I don't think. Is there any way that we can play this together? I'm looking for an online chess program that we can play against each other.
There are a few.
So there's 2 players, but how do you invite a second player online? I should have had something ready for this. Actually, isn't there one that we can play? God, that would be really boring for everybody else, though, wouldn't it? I would like to be able something that we could all see. Let me see. Chat room chess. Let's call it chess chat room. Live chess chat rooms. You know what? I don't have a handy app that we can just play online together, so we won't bother too much with that right now. The way we will determine this, I guess, is so Rachel wants to play chess. I want to say it would be probably a combination of intelligence and wisdom, don't you guys think?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Intelligence is like, like in 5th edition, for example, that's like your investigation and also your know-how. But wisdom is more like your application, like medicine and perception, which also plays a role. So, like perception also.
Now, it does say in the book that we should actually pull out a chessboard and play, or whatever game, darts, billiards, checkers, whatever, that we should actually play a game against each other. But because we're playing online, that's a little bit difficult to do. So, what is your intelligence modifier, Rachel?
+1.
What's your wisdom modifier?
+0.
Okay, so you're at a total +1. All right. Roll a d20. I'm going to say the first person to a 20-point surplus wins. I'll roll mine. Whew. I start with an 18.
Wow. I rolled an 18. I got a +1. I swear.
So you're at 19?
18. Yeah, so I'm at 19.
Okay, so that's a +1 point to Rachel. Roll again. I have a 13.
I rolled another 18.
So that's 6 more. So +7 to Rachel. Roll again. I have a 19.
11 that time. +1, 12.
So -7. So we're back to even.
Nice.
Roll again.
Oh, total of 7 that time.
+2 to the ghost. And again, oh god.
Total of 16.
I have a 3, so that is up to +11 now in favor of Rachel. Roll again.
Total of 7.
I have 5, so that's up to 15 for Rachel. Roll again. Oh no!
Oh, 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
You defeat the ghost.
Oh, that was cool. I enjoyed that.
So if the character wins the game, the field
Yeah.
around the southern door disappears, as do the ghost and the game pieces.
I just like to imagine this like epic match and like Yu-Gi-Oh esque kind of like of like montages. Ha! You have foolishly moved your king in front of my rook, and now I shall take it. Ah, but if you tried to do that, my queen would block it.
Now I will reveal what's on the other side of this door. It is another library. I'm sure that Antonio will find that particularly interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well
We'll-
played, old ghost. Well played.
He's disappeared.
Oh.
But you hear a ghostly voice on the wind say, "Who are you calling old, bitch?" This is another large library. Again, 3 categories of books. Tomes covering the communication with other worlds. Encyclopedias of creatures from beyond. And 200 scrolls about knots.
Ah. Well, Antonio, technically I won this, so what are you willing to pay me for a room like this?
I'll give you 1 silver piece.
Yes, well, if we take this tower, I'll allow you to use it all you want. Anything you can use to help us.
I don't know that there's going to be anything that can be used to help in here. But it is another fascinating amount of research materials.
Roll me a percentile there, Antonio.
Percentile. Okay. 10s. All right. I roll 13.
Okay. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to spend some time here in the library, looking around? Or do you want to get the fuck out of the library?
I think we need to head up to the final floor.
I'm assuming everything is in English and Antonio can't speak English right
Yeah,
now.
is it all in English again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't do anything with that.
Okay, going up to the next floor.
Yep. Same procedure.
I'll go ahead and remove this for now.
Okay.
So up to tower level 5. Ah, well, thankfully that's one big room. So I don't have to do a whole bunch of little sections. I can just go like this. Whoa. Curious looking room, isn't it? So up to the top level, Antonio and Cole go first, and then send the thing back down to to 4. This room takes up the entire level of the tower. On the north side of the tower is a pod, a sizable dome sitting on the floor. To the left of that is a control panel with a number of switches and buttons. To its right is a podium upon which is a large open book. In the southern area of the room, on the floor is a pool of liquid. In the floor is a pool of liquid with fish swimming in it. Against the wall to the southwest are large storage bins. And on the east side of the room is the levitation shaft and the exposed mechanism. The roof is made of a bright blue series of arched, overlapping metal plates. You may remember seeing that from outside.
Pretty fish.
What kind of fish? They're alive?
The fish. Let us see here. Let's see. Where was the thing? Oh yeah, a pool of liquid with fish swimming in it. Does it actually say anything about the fish? They are very strange, otherworldly looking fish. They don't seem to have any eyes. They have one large open circular mouth. They have something that looks almost like whiskers that run down from the corners of the mouth. They have like a almost like a pole that sticks out of their forehead with a little light at the end of it. I actually have an image here for the fish. Wonder if I can. Here, I'll show you here. Because I have to change page, and that's going to mess up the map. But here, I can do it this way. Add source. Again, we're going to screen capture real quick. They look like that.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Not eating fish.
Not any kind of fish that you've ever seen before.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with those. Although, actually, I'll pull a bit of jerky from one of my rations out of the bag and toss it into the pool. Let's see what happens.
The fish go at it and devour it rapidly.
Yes.
Almost seeming to fight over it themselves a bit.
I'd suggest nobody take a swim.
Well, it's not that big of a pool.
I suggest nobody dabble their feet in there.
Oops, wrong page. There you go.
Check out those
yeah,
bins.
the pools are like barely 5 feet diameter or something. So
yeah,
it's weird. It shows 3 bins on the map, but I think there's only 2 according to this. The bins in the southwest corner are 2 large tin containers. The one on the left is jam-packed with coal. The container on the right has a small amount of gunpowder.
Well, I helped Cole out of the bin. Ask him what he was doing in there.
Oh, shit. I just noticed something about the pool of liquid. Yeah, you'd also notice that beef jerky, before the fish devoured it, it was starting to dissolve.
Ooh. Okay.
You're not sure that that's even water. You think it's acid that they're swimming in.
Wow.
I knew there was a description of the fish there somewhere. But okay, sorry. Apologies. So you were saying?
So I helped Cole out of the bin and asked him what he was doing in there.
Yeah, wrong coal. I mean actual coal.
Coal and gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. What's that little black thing between the bins and the dome thing?
That would be the control panel.
Okay.
And then to the right of that, there is the little podium with the book on it.
Check out the book.
It's in English.
God damn it.
Cole. It says it's titled Flora and Fauna of Necropoli Centauri.
Okay, I'll translate it for him.
Flora and Fauna of Necropoli Centauri.
Are there pictures?
The pages that are open seem to describe how inhabitants of a particular outer sphere transmit magical knowledge. On the page is an illustration of a thing looking like a cross between a mandrake root and a moss patch. Looks to be a highly verbose, lengthy work. Definitely not something that could be understood from a casual page through, let alone a casual page through with a translator. But it mostly looks to be a listing of various creatures and plants.
Okay. I wonder what this control panel does. Does it got labels on it? Probably not.
The control panel is 4 feet high from the floor, has 4 switches and a button. Gosh,
I want to push the button.
They do, the switches do not seem to have, they're not labeled, no. Switches, there are 4 switches, however, but
are they color coded or?
Nope.
No.
Just and it also looks like these are not like the ones before that had 2 settings. These are just switches. So you switch it once and something will happen.
Oh, yeah, you're like, okay. And this dome thing, right?
The what?
You said there's what's that circle?
Yeah, it's a dome. I'll go back to the description of that one more time. It's a pod, actually. Yeah, a sizable dome, basically, sitting on the floor.
And it's solid color. Solid. There's no, like, window or anything.
No.
Huh. I have no idea. Is that little circle on the floor there? That's just like a defect on the map?
Which circle? This one?
Yeah.
That's the podium the book was sitting on.
Oh, then what's... Oh, that's the podium. Okay.
And the control panel.
Then what's that thing on the other side of the dome?
This?
That little... Yeah.
That's not there. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't see that right now. Right now, you just see the circular dome.
Okay.
Apologies. That's maybe a spoiler. Maybe not, because you don't know what it is.
Okay.
Whatever it is not present yet.
Okay. Huh. How are we going to get our friend back? Still nothing on how to do it. I don't want to talk to that wizard.
We already know what the wizard will say. Free me, and I will let your friend free, and I'll kill all of your family and your dog.
Yeah.
And no one's going to lay a finger on my dog.
I mean, if I was tempted to smash the mirrors, but if he is inside the mirror and we smash it, we'll probably be killing him.
Probably not a good idea.
What if we
Do you want to
smash?
press any of the switches? There's 4 switches on the control panel here.
I'm really tempted to. Willpower save. I failed. I press a switch.
Which one? Switch 1, 2, 3, or 4?
1.
Switch 1.
I would like to do a quick save.
Oh, what? Oh, quick save. Right.
Quick
Yeah,
save.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wrong frame of mind. When pulled, there will be a deep rumbling sound and the entire tower will shake. The roof will begin to retract from east to west.
Oh.
When fully opened, there will be constant lightning strikes, but they strike the spiked lightning rods, which will still be sticking out of the top of the tower walls, not striking anyone or anything on the floor.
Oh, boy.
You have retracted the roof.
I reach for switch 2 and I look at everybody else. Willpower save.
Everybody else being Cole, Rachel, and Cerberus.
Yes. I pull switch 2 since they didn't sign.
Give you Rachel will go ahead and give you a nod. Fuck it.
All right, I pull switch 2.
For a pound.
The northern hatch on the pod, let's say right around here, opens, and the arm of a telescope extends, reaching a length of 50 feet.
Wow.
Making you wonder what would happen if you press switch 2 before pressing switch 1.
Right. Huh. Is there...
Is a telescope.
Interesting. Is there anywhere to look at into the telescope?
Yes.
Oh.
I assume there must be. it mentions something. It doesn't describe where it is, but yeah, there's got to be a
like an eyepiece.
An eyepiece. Yep.
Look through the eyepiece.
It seems to be blocked. It's black.
Pull switch 3.
You hear a clicking sound from the eyepiece.
Oh, take a look again.
Listen, it is now unblocked. You can see through the telescope. You can see the surface of an alien world.
Really?
Mossy plant creatures, just like the ones illustrated in the book, move around an alien landscape with a motion that can only be described as bopping.
Okay. Pull switch 4.
Okay. Let's see. The machine hums for a moment, and where is this? I don't remember seeing this described. One second. I'm missing something here. There's a coal chamber.
Yes.
Here. No, it doesn't really say where. Okay. Well, yeah, the coal chamber is below the viewer. There's a chamber beneath the eyepiece that vibrates and hums a little bit, and then you hear a click, 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 and then it stops. The coal chamber is empty.
I see. So if I look at that chamber, I can see that it's got like coal dust and stuff in it.
Yeah, well, something, yeah.
Okay.
Hard to tell kind of what it is, but there's some kind of residue in there, yeah.
Is there like a scoop in the coal bin?
Oh, yeah, there's got to be a scoop probably in both, I would say.
Right. Scoop
some
some coal
and the gunpowder.
Yeah, scoop some coal in that thing.
Okay, if the coal chamber below the viewer is filled with coal, the entire machine will hum, and a weak beam of red light shoots out to the holder in front of the telescope. The holder. Oh, to you. Yes. No, holder.
The pedestal? No.
I just want to make sure I read this right. Okay, the telescope is extended. The coal chamber below is filled with coal. The entire machine will hum, and a weak beam of red light shoots out to the holder in front of the telescope. I guess the holder is probably the thing that's like propping the telescope up, maybe.
And you said there's a button?
Oh, no, there is a holder. See, again, this was not described anywhere. There is a holder, like a little pedestal in front of the telescope. I feel like I misread the description of this room. I apologize.
No worries. I have an idea, though.
Yeah, it flashes out to the weak red light shines out to this little pedestal area, just like right above the pedestal. Like it's meant to be hitting something perhaps on the pedestal, but yeah.
Let's put that crystal egg on that.
But the light shines into the air, and that is all that happens. So
yeah, let's put the crystal egg on that.
Okay.
And see if anything happens.
Crystal egg on that, and do it, and the weak ray of light hits the star crystal. And it will basically it amplifies the light into like almost like a red like laser light that kind of fills the room, but then that's it.
And you said there's a button.
It doesn't seem to extend much beyond the room that you're in.
Okay. And you said there's a button?
There is a button. Yes. The button. Yes, there's a button. Just a plain button.
Push it. I'm in this far.
Okay, you push it. and you feel like a distant hum or vibration or something. You think it might have done something somewhere else within the tower. Nothing seems to have changed in here.
All right. Well, flip the switches off in reverse. First 4, then 3.
Fire off the coal chamber. Reblock the lens.
Retract the telescope.
Retract the telescope.
And then close the dome.
And close the roof. Okay.
Is the gem changed at all?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, what the hell did you just do? Like, what was all that?
I don't know, but I think I may have charged the gem. But something happened elsewhere in the tower.
When you press the button, yes.
When I pressed the button.
Did we feel that as well, or just him?
You might have if you were really paying close attention. I just figured he did because he was expecting something to happen.
Yeah.
Do I hear the screaming, "I'm coming for you," of an angry wizard?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
And the disc is still sitting in the levitation shaft. It hasn't moved.
Maybe our friend was released from that mirror.
Yeah. Let's go check on him. That was on level 2, I believe. No, level 2 of the dial.
Yeah, level 2 on the dial, which is actually level 1 of the dungeon.
So let's head down there.
Okay. You go down there.
Mm-hmm.
Take the levitation shaft.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any sign of him. You still see the bone sitting there. Do you want to step into the alcove and look into the mirror?
Just like from a distance, but not like actually in the alcove.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
Check the next level down.
Back down to that level, which I have removed from the... Let's do it this way. I'll put it up on this screen. So I'm not using this screen really for much of anything. There it is. Okay. Nothing seems to have changed down here. You still see the 3 force fields, C, D, and E.
Okay.
And then there's the 4 switches in the wall, which haven't moved. They're still in the middle, neutral positions. You still see the 10 treasure chests back beyond the 3 force fields.
Well, something happened. I don't know what. How are we going to
just
get in?
check here, see if I'm missing anything. No. Yep.
Rachel would like to step up towards one of those force fields. Like, you said E, D are the ones that are currently activated, not C?
C, D, and E.
Oh, they're all, okay. She's going to step up there.
There is no A or B.
Okay. She's going to step up over to where C is.
Okay, so you walk over to about here. Okay.
Yeah.
And do what?
She's just kind of looking at it. Like, what does it look like? Like, is it hot or anything like that?
Is it what?
Like, is it like she's not going to touch it, but if she puts her hand near it, like, is it hot?
No, not at all. It's just a pale blue hue reflecting from your own lantern, which let me mark down again. Some more time on the lantern. There we go.
Okay. She's going to walk over to these switches.
There are 4 of them. From left to right, we'll just call them 1 through 4, but they don't have actual numbers on them.
She's going to pull 4. She's going to pull it
down.
Pull it down.
So moving lever 4 down brings up force field B. So a force field appears behind you.
Okay. She's going to push that one back up to the neutral position.
Okay.
Push 4 up to neutral.
To neutral. So the force field disappears.
Okay. Do you mind if I write down notes?
Say again?
Do you mind if I write down some notes? So
no, please. By all means, that's why I gave you guys the notes. Okay. Nobody wrote anything last week, so.
All right,
And again,
so
you didn't have any crazy puzzles or
4 down
telescope puzzles and force field
equals
puzzles.
B. All right. All right, 4 down equals B up here. All right. She's gonna push 4 up.
B appears again.
B appears. And she's gonna bring it back down to neutral.
B disappears.
All right. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So 4 neutral. B disappears. Okay. But it's that. Okay. She's gonna now do 3. She's gonna bring it down.
So 4 is in neutral position, and you're gonna bring 3 down.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Mhm. All right. She will bring 4 down.
You bring 4 down and 3 down. So bringing 4 down, the force field goes up behind you, B again, and 3 is down. So force field C disappears,
Interesting.
but you still have the B force field would still be around you. It's like a square. Okay, you can imagine
Okay.
that, right? So
Mhm.
you're still in a force field here, but C, at this portion of C, disappears.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
So you have 4 down and 3 down.
Okay. 3 down, 4 down, 3 down is making. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just see if this is. She's gonna crank 3 to neutral. So
Okay, then force field C reappears.
right, and B goes down again.
No, because
No, B stays up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, B stays up. Okay. She pushes 3 up.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right. She brings 3 all the way back down.
Okay. Then C drops.
Push level 4 back to the top up position.
Oh, by the way, I apologize. While you're moving all of these levers, force field A also appeared. I apologize. As soon as you started moving levers, force field A appeared. It only disappeared when you had all the levers in neutral position. So at the
Okay.
moment, I presume that Cole and Antonio are still on the levitation thing. Is that correct? Or did you guys step into the room?
I would have stepped into the room.
Okay, cool. Then you guys will be in this area. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that area over here, kind of thing. Okay, so where you at now, Rachel? With it, you got level 4 down.
4.
Lever 3 is down, right?
Yeah, 4. She's now gonna push to the up position,
You push 4 to the up position.
all the way up.
So pushing level 4 up, force field C reappears. So now all force fields are activated.
All right. Interesting. All right. She's gonna push 4 back, pull it all the way back down,
Okay.
and then she's
So
gonna.
4 is down, 3 is down, C disappears again.
Okay. She's gonna push 2 up.
Pushing 2 up, force field D disappears. So the only active force fields now are E, B, and A.
She's gonna push 1 up.
Force field E disappears.
So C, D, and E are all
Oh,
gone.
I'm sorry. Force field E does not disappear. Force field E is still there. Apologies. What are you guys doing while she's messing with all this? You checking out any of these force fields? Doing anything? Nobody's tested them in any way yet. I don't know.
I'm just watching, but I want to actually no. I take out a coin.
Mhm.
So C and D are down at the moment, right?
Yep.
Pull out
Only
a
E,
copper.
B, and A still appear to be there.
Pull out a copper and throw it at E.
It passes through it.
It passes through.
Mm-hmm.
Does it
Bounce
land?
off the treasure chest on the other side.
It bounces. Okay, I was gonna say if it hits something, does it splat? Okay.
I wouldn't
Currently,
touch them.
4 and 3 are down, 2 and 1 are up.
I wouldn't touch them. It could be something to do with living flesh.
Exactly.
Maybe I can get all these down for you. Rachel will pull 1 all the way down.
1 all the way down. Okay. Nothing seems to change.
Okay, so currently these are in positions of 1 down. Fuck, will this stop doing that? All right, 1's down, 2 is down,
Now 2 is up.
2 is up,
3 and 4 are down.
2 is up. All right, 3 is down, and 4 is down. Right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nothing happens. So B is up, A is up, D and C are down, and E is up, right?
Correct.
All right. Bring 2 down.
So you bring lever 2 back down, which means that force field D reappears.
And I mean all the way down.
Yeah, down. Down is down. It's down, up, or neutral.
Yeah. All right.
So now force field E, D, B, and A are in place. Only force field C is not.
All right. I'm going to put 1 up now.
Move lever 1 to the up position. So then, okay, nothing seems to change.
And I'm going to put 3 up.
You move 3 up. So force field C reappears. All
Alright.
force fields are now back in place.
Right. And then I'm going to push 4 to neutral.
Okay. Nothing changes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. All force fields are in place. Oh, well, actually, hold on. Moving force field 4 up. Sorry, yeah, the only thing that changes is force field B disappears when you move forward to neutral. Apologies. Yep. Force field B disappears. I'm confusing myself now.
Okay. Yeah, B disappeared. That's right. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna move. All right, so 4 is now in neutral. 3 is down, or no, 3's up, so that means I should bring.
Yeah, 3 is up, 2 is down, 1 is down, and 4 is neutral at the moment.
I kind of feel like I understand this. Like, I wish it was like an interactive. I think I'd be getting it better. All right, bring 2 to neutral.
Okay, nothing changes.
Okay, I didn't think so. Bring 1 down. Let's see.
Nothing changes.
Shit. All right, you're gonna push them all back to neutral.
Push them all back to neutral. So then force field A also disappears.
All right. Okay. All right.
Once you move the last one to neutral.
All right. Just give me a second to figure this out, guys. I know that there's a pattern here with this.
All of the levers are now neutral. Force field C, D, and E are the only ones present.
Okay. I'm gonna push 1 up.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens at all. 1 down.
Nothing.
Okay, 1's in neutral then. 2 up.
Nothing. All right, I should say the only thing that does happen when you move 1 up or down is that force field A appears. Apologies. When you move back to neutral, then it disappears. Move 2 up, nothing happens except for force field A appears.
All right. And then 2 down.
Force field A.
Okay, I get it. I think I get this. All right, just to be safe. Okay, 2's going to go back to neutral.
Okay, all levers are neutral. Force field A disappears again.
All right, 3 up.
Nothing happens. Well, force field A appears.
3 down. We'll also have force field A and nothing happened.
Mhm.
Right? Great. 3 back to neutral.
Force field A disappears.
How ridiculous. Okay, here we go. 4 up.
4 up. Okay, force field A appears. Force field B also appears.
And force field C disappears?
No.
Force field C doesn't disappear?
Nope. 4 is up, right? And everything else is neutral. Force
Yeah.
field B appears. Force field A appears. So all force fields are now present again.
Okay, force field forward. I mean, lever 4 down then.
All the way down.
All the way down.
Same situation. B and A are there. All force fields are present.
What the heck? Oh, okay, yeah, that's okay, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I think I was right. Okay, I'm gonna keep 4 down. Okay,
4 down. Okay.
3, I'm gonna switch to down.
3, you switch to down, and force field C deactivates.
All right, I'm now going to bring force lever 4 back to neutral.
Wait, hold on a second here. Sorry, level 3 down. Sorry, force field C is still in place. God damn, I'm confusing myself.
Okay. All right. Wait. So if 4 is down,
4 is down. Lever
all of
3 is also down. Everything seems to be in place.
okay. Bring 3 up then. This is doing something different than last time.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Let me see here. Lever 3 down. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, lever 3 down. Force field C disappears. Because I screwed something up and I need to keep my changes consistent, but I don't want to write in my book.
Okay.
Yeah, lever 3 down.
While
means
4 is down,
force field C
that-
disappears. 4 is
C is
down.
down.
Lever 3 is down. C is gone.
Okay, good. All right. So now I want to move 4 back to neutral.
Okay, move 4 back to neutral. Level C pops back up. Force field C pops back up.
And B is still in place as well.
B is not in place anymore when 4 is neutral. What you
Okay.
can be sure of is when 4 is neutral, force field B is not there. When all levers are neutral, force field A is not there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Man, yeah, I'm a programmer. I wish I could here, let me pseudocode this. For neutral, is A up, or if any of them are moved, A goes up, so that's fine. B is down. All neutral.
Does Merrick or Rob have any input to put into this, or just watching?
I've been trying to follow and I've lost.
B down, A down. Okay. All right. So 4 is neutral, 3 is down, which means that C is C is there again, right? But B went down. That's right. That's what, okay. That's what I was thinking. Yep. That's actually okay. That is what I was thinking. So, all right. I'm gonna bring lever 2 up.
Okay, level 2 is up, lever 3 is down, and level 4 is neutral, right?
Yes.
Okay, nothing happens. Nothing changes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring it down instead.
Still nothing changes.
Okay, fuck. Well, that must be because of the 4 being. Okay, I'm going to put 2 in neutral again.
Okay.
I'm going to bring 4 up.
Okay. Bring 4 up. And you've got level 3 down, right?
Yes.
So when you bring level 4 up, the force field C disappears again.
Okay, so 4 up, C disappears. 3 is down. B is also down?
No, because you moved 4, so B is back up.
Okay.
B is only down when 4 is neutral.
Man, I think I could get this better if it was just like clickable, like trying to do it in my head. So, like if it were like a mini game on like a video game or something.
Unfortunately, it seems that your party members are of no help to you. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not following where we're at this point.
Yeah. It's basically a mini game. All
it's a puzzle.
right. So 4 is up. So B and C are down. No.
B is down, C is down. Yes, because you have 3 down, 4 up. So B is down, C is down.
B is down. I thought you said B was only down when 4 was neutral.
Sorry, B is up, C is down. I'm just repeating what you said now and confusing me. You said B is down. Sorry, B is up, C is down.
Yeah, C is down. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay. 4. I'm gonna bring 2 up.
Okay, you touch 2 and you get a shock and take 4 points damage.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And you're unable to move the lever.
All right, nice.
I mean, you could try to move the lever, but you take more damage.
Good. Shit. This isn't working out the way I thought it would. Okay. I'll try to push 1 up.
You get shocked again for 3 more points of damage. And are unable to move it.
What position are the levers in right now?
Lever 1 is neutral. Lever 2 is neutral. Lever 3 is down, and lever 4 is up.
And what force fields are up?
All of them except for C.
Got it.
Hey, wait. I have an idea. Someone move up to force field D.
The force field B?
D.
D, okay.
Okay.
Move up, trust me. Okay. I'm going to bring 4 down.
You bring 4 all the way down?
Yes.
Okay, so when you move 4 into neutral, B disappears, and you move 4 down, B... In fact, when you move 4 to neutral, C pops back up, and B drops. And when you move 4 down, B comes back up, and C drops.
Right. And, okay. And 3 is also down right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to bring 2 down.
You bring 2 down.
No, wait, no.
Nothing happens.
I bring 2 up.
Force field D disappears.
All right, now move from D to E.
All right, I'll move forward.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to bring 2 back to neutral.
Okay, then force field D reappears.
I'm going to bring 1 down.
Nothing happens.
Take 1 up.
Nothing seems to happen.
All right. So 1 must control 1. Like I must have to have 1 in a position and also move another in a position. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna pull one back to neutral for now.
Okay. Nothing seems to change.
I think one's the key to this. I'm not sure yet.
Antonio is currently trapped between force fields E and D.
Shoot. You know what? No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to get this in time. So can I just reverse what I did and get everyone back to A or whatever? And then
How so?
I'll start with bringing. I currently have it 4 is down, 3 is down, 2 and 1 are neutral.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull 2 down, no, push 2 up.
You push 2 up and force field D disappears.
All right, so I let them all go back to C. Then I'll bring 2 back to neutral.
Okay, so D pops back up.
And then C, no. No, 4 I bring back to neutral.
Okay, so then C pops back up and B disappears. A is still there as well.
Oh, okay. So 4 I push, no, 4 I push down. 3 I'm going to bring to neutral.
Okay, then C reappears. So you push 4 down, C disappears. You bring 3 to neutral, C reappears.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. When C goes down, I'll tell them all to get off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, C was already down.
Yeah.
He's been down for a long time. Yep.
And then once they get to the other
Yeah,
side,
I moved back as soon as
I'll put everything back to neutral.
Everything's back to neutral. Okay, so
There's no way I can do this in my head.
E, D, and C are back up. B is down. A is down.
This just isn't fair. I can't do this in my head. I don't know. I don't know how to make notes on this. I can't say like 3 being up definitely does something. Like I sort of get the feel for what I'm trying to do, but like I mean, it's not the same as when you have like a physical control there in front of you can actually fuck with.
Bummer.
I don't think I can. Can I just roll intelligence or something?
No. But what we can do is I can think about it for a week because it's getting late. And I think that's a good place to leave us off. So far, you are stumped by the force field treasure room. And we'll see. We can pick it up again in a week and see if somebody else wants to have a go at it or if you want to try again. Cool. I didn't give you guys experience last time, so I'll give you experience for both sessions this time for attendance. Just 500 experience points each. Okay. Oh, except for technically, what's his name? Who is trapped in the mirror dimension or whatever. Andres. But yeah.
And then okay, so 4 neutral and 3.
So Grant, I'm going to end the broadcast. You got a week to think about it and decide if you want to try again or if you want to just give up. So thanks for playing.
C down.
Thank you for being a friend.